So for my creative person in the 21st century, I chose Greta Gerwig because she is like everything I aspire to be. So just kind of a little run through of her life. She was born August 4th in Sacramento, California, which kind of led as a backdrop and much inspiration for her film Lady Bird. She attended Barnard University in New York, which was like the sister school of Columbia. And she was like going with the intentions of doing musical theater, but ended up graduating with an English degree in 2006. Her boyfriend that she had post-grad introduced her to a filmmaker, and he cast her in a movie called LOL. It was very small. I watched like the trailer for it. It looks like it was filmed on like a flip phone, to be quite honest. But it kickstarted her acting career, which she was kind of like an indie starlet. She wasn't in a lot of very big films. I know I definitely discovered who she was from her directing career more so than her acting one, but after knowing who she is, I did go back and realize she's in a couple movies I'd seen. Some of the more popular like movies she's been in for acting were I believe it was No Strings Attached, and she was in the movie Jackie, where Natalie Portman played Jackie Kennedy, and she's even acted up in most recently, as of like I want to say 1 or 2 years ago, in a movie I think by Noah Baumbach. I think it was called White Noise, but I'm not 100% sure. It was on Netflix. I did watch it. So she still does act. She's not like confined herself to just directing, and she's been cast in another movie that's going to come out end of this year, beginning of next year. But she made her solo writing and directorial debut with 2017's Lady Bird. She had written movies prior to this with people, including Frances Ha with Noah Baumbach. That was their first project together, and you will see a clip from that in a minute. But she had also co-directed a movie with somebody, but this was the first time with her doing it on her own, which makes sense because she said this movie felt quite autobiographical to her. Um, she has since directed adaptations of Little Women and 2023's Barbie. She's the most notable female director we have working right now. I think that's a pretty easy thing to claim. She has broken many boundaries, I feel, in the film industry, which is so heavily male dominated. So she's just lived a very incredible life. So I'm going to show you clips from two of her movies. First, I'm going to show you a clip from Frances Ha, which I talked about for a minute, but she had this movie with Noah Baumbach. It was the movie where they met, and they're married now and have 2 kids together. And this is a short monologue from the movie, and this is just kind of showing her acting chops as well as her writing chops. So I will play this.
I think I'm better looking than I am in pictures.
Nadia, I want this one moment. It's what I want in a relationship, which might explain why I'm single now. Ha. It's kind of hard to. It's that thing when you're with someone and you love them and they know it and they love you and you know it, but it's a party and you're both talking to other people and you're laughing and shining, and you look across the room and catch each other's eyes, but not because you're possessive or it's precisely sexual, but because that is your person in this life. And it's funny and sad, but only because this life will end, and it's the secret world that exists right there in public, unnoticed, that no one else knows about. It's sort of like how they say that other dimensions exist all around us, but we don't have the ability to perceive them. That's what I want out of a relationship. Or just life, I guess. Love.
I'm going to go ahead and stop it there for a matter of time. And the second clip I'm going to show you is from 2019's Little Women. This is a scene that Greta wrote with.
I'm a failure.
She wrote this scene the day they shot it, and Florence P. memorized it, which is just quite impressive. And I think it's just remarkable. So I will play that.
Good.
Well, I believe we have some power over who we love. It isn't something that just happens to a person.
I think the poets might disagree.
Well, I'm not a poet. I'm just a woman. And as a woman, there's no way for me to make my own money. Not enough to earn a living or to support my family. And if I had my own money, which I don't, that money would belong to my husband the moment we got married. And if we had children, they would be his, not mine. They would be his property. So don't sit there and tell me that marriage isn't an economic proposition, because it is. It may not be for you, but it most certainly is for me.
Again, for a matter of time, I won't be playing more of that. But how's Greta Gerwig impacted me? So I want to be her, to be quite honest with you. I would love to write movies and maybe direct one day. Don't know if I have it in me to act, but I think she's just incredible. And I think being a woman of her notoriety in like the field she does precisely in directing is incredible. And I think it's a great feat. And she has already smashed the glass ceiling in so many ways when it comes to women in the film industry. And I just think it's really remarkable what she does. And she's just also utterly talented. That scene from Little Women that I showed you, is probably the scene that made me want to like write movies. Like that scene was what made me be like, I want to create something where someone feels the way I feel right now. So yeah, I think she's a really remarkable person and somebody that I think everybody should really pay attention to. Thanks.